Hi everyone, this is Kruti Jaipancholi, Assistant Professor in LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. This video is about subject Analog and Digital Communication System. In this video, we will do the revision about the examples based on the AM and FM. Example number 1. The tuned circuit of the oscillator in a simple AM transmitter employs a 50 microhenry coil and a 1 nanofarad capacitor. If the oscillator output is modulated by an audio frequency up to 10 kHz, what is the frequency range occupied by the sideband? We have studied about the sideband theory, of the AM. So we can have the about the what is the sideband. So now it is the frequency equation is 1 upon 2 pi square root upon square root LC. So put the value of L and C in the equation. We can find the value of this frequency. It is the 712 kHz. Now the highest modulating frequency is 10 kHz. Therefore, the frequency range occupied by the sideband will range from 10 kHz above to 10 kHz below the carrier. So the 712 minus 10 kHz, it's a 702 kHz, and 712 plus 10 kHz, it is the 722 kHz. So this is the solution of example number 1. Now example number 2. A 400 watt carrier is modulated with a depth of 75%. Calculate the total power in the modulated wave. Now we need to use the power equations, for the AM wave, which I have derived in my earlier videos. So it is the PAM is equal to PC in bracket 1 plus m square by 2 is equal to 400 in bracket 1 plus point m square by 2. M is what? 75%. So it is a 75%. So what is the value of the small m? It is the 0.75 divided by 2 is equal to 400 into 1.281. It is equal to 512.5 volt. So this kind of the example that can be asked in the exam also. Example number 3. A broadcast radio transmitter radiates 10 kilowatt when the modulation percentage is 60. How much of this is the carrier power? So now again we need to recall that power equations, and it is P is equal to PC is equal to PT upon 1 plus m square by 2. Now what is the PT? That is a broadcast radio transmitter radiates 10 kilowatt. So this is my 10 upon 1 plus. Modulation percentage is 60. So here the value of the small m is given to us. So it is the small m. So it is the 60. So it is the 0.60. Divided by 2. So it is equal to 10 upon 1.18 is equal to 8.47 kilowatt. Here it's a 62. So you can take it and solve it for that. Example number 4. The antenna current of an AM transmitter. Such kind of the examples that is mainly asked during any of the examinations. So you have to prepare the examples according to this. So the antenna current of an AM transmitter is 8 ampere when only the carrier is sent. but it increases to 8.93 ampere when the carrier is modulated by a single sine wave. Find the percentage modulation. Determine the antenna current when the percentage of modulation changes to 0.8. Now here the equation in this, the current values are given. So we have solved the power equations in terms of voltage and in terms of the current. So that equation we are using at this place. So it is the IT by I square is equal to 1 plus m square by 2. We have developed the equation. It was IT is equal to square root in bracket the IC plus 1 plus m square by 2. Taking the square both the side, it is IT by IC whole square is equal to 1 plus m square by 2. So you can write it, m square by 2 is equal to IT by IC square minus 1. So m square is equal to, you can take this to this side. So it is 2 in bracket of whole this component. So that is why the small m is equal to square root of this. Put the value of IT and IC. What is the IT first of all? IT mean the current, okay, for the total current, fine. So our antenna current of an AM transmitter is 8 ampere when only the carrier is sent. So when the carrier is only sent, so this is associated with the carrier current. So this is the value of IC, but it increases to 8.93 ampere. So when the carrier is modulated means it's transmitted, okay, with by applying the modulation. So it's a total current. So it is IT by IC whole square minus 1. So it is equal to the square root of 2 in bracket, this is divided by this is 1.116 whole square minus 1. So it is equal to square root of 2 in bracket 1 minus 246 minus 1 is equal to square root of 0.492 equal to 0.701. So this is what it is, the 70.1%. Now here in the example it is given, okay, the modulation index that changes to 0.8. So now we are writing the equation, that is for this. So it is the IT is equal to IC square root of 1 plus m square by 2. It is equal to 8. Now modulation index changes to 0.8. So now we are putting the value of those m is equal to 0.8 square divided by 2. So you can have the answer of this. It's a 9.19 ampere. So this way you can solve the example. Now example number 5. It's a certain transmitter radiates 9 kilowatt with the carrier unmodulated and 10.125 kilowatt when the carrier is sinusoidally modulated. Calculate the modulation index if the another sine wave is simultaneously transmitted with a modulation index 0.4. Determine the total radiated power. So again here the equations are given in form of the power. So we can write the equation and we will find out the value for the small m. So it is the 0.50. For the second part, the total modulation index will be, now we know the equation for the total modulation index. It's mt is equal to square root of m1 square plus m2 square. So putting the value of the m1 and m2, we can find out the mt is equal to this. PAM is equal to PC in bracket 1 plus mt square by 2. So by putting the value of this m, you can find out the power value. Again this example is also very important example. Example number 6. The antenna current of an AM broadcast transmitter modulated to a depth of 40% by an audio sine wave is 11 ampere. It increases to 12 ampere as a result of simultaneous modulation by another audio sine wave. What is the modulation index due to the second wave? So, we can find it out. The antenna current of an AM broadcast transmitter modulated to a depth of 40%. So, it's a value of the small m. Okay. And audio sine wave is 11 ampere. So, IT is the 11. Now, it increases to 12 ampere. So, MT is equal to square root of 2 IT by IC whole square minus 1 is equal to square root of 2 in bracket 12 upon 10 minus 58 whole square minus 1. So it is 0.757. Now I need to find out the modulation index due to the second wave. So it is M2. It's square root of MT square minus M1 square. As we know that MT square is equal to M1 square plus M2 square. So by putting the value of MT and M1, we can find out the modulation index due to the second wave. It's 0.643. Example number 7. A 400 watt carrier is amplitude modulated to a depth of 100%. Calculate the total power in case of SSB technique. How much power saving in watt is achieved for SSB compared to AM and DSB-SC? If the depth of modulation is changed to 75%, then how much power is required for transmitting the SSB wave? Compare the powers required for SSB in both the cases and comment on the reason for the change in the power level. So now the total power S in SSB, PSSB is equal to PC in bracket M square upon 4. It is PC is a 400 watt and M equal to 1. So by putting that value, the total power in the SSB means the only one side band, single side band. So it is the 100 watt. Power saving compared to AM is equal to PAM minus PSB is equal to 500 watt. So power saving compared to DSB-SC is PDSB-SC minus SSB. So it is equal to 100 watt. So we require only 100 watt in case of the SSB, which is 1/6 of total AM power. Case 2. When this power is 400 watt and modulation index is 0.75. So the power in the SSB, by putting the value of the small m, it is 56.25 watt. So the power required in this case is lower than m equal to 1 case, and this interferes that the total power in the SSB also depend on to the depth of modulation. We have also seen this thing in the theory part. It will be maximum, that is 1/6 of total AM power when m is equal to 1 and less for m less than 1. Example number 8. A SSB transmitter radiates 0.5 kilowatt when the modulation percentage is 60%. How much of the carrier power in kilowatt is required if we want to transmit the same message by an AM transmitter. PSSP is equal to 0.5 kilowatt. Small m is equal to 0.6. Carrier power PC is equal to PSSB into 4 upon m square. So it is 0.5. 4 upon m is equal to 0.6. So it is the 0.36. So it is 5.56 kilowatt. So we require 5.56 kilowatt to transmit the carrier component along with the existing 0.5 kilowatt for one sideband and 0.5 kilowatt more for another sideband when small m is equal to 0.6. In total 6.56 kilowatt is required by the transmitter. Example number 9. Calculate the percentage power saving when the carrier and one of the sideband are suppressed in an AM wave modulated to a depth of 100% and 50%. So PAM is equal to PC in bracket 1 plus m square by 2. So it is by putting the small m is equal to 1 beneath the 100%, then m is equal to 1. So by putting the small m equal to 1, it is 1 plus 1 by 2. So it is 1.5 PC. So PSSB is PC in bracket m square by 4 is equal to PC in bracket 1 square by 4. It is 0.25 PC. So the percentage saving, that is equal to 1.5 PC minus 0.25 PC upon 1.5 PC. PC is cancelled and it is the 1.25 upon 1.5. So it is 83.3%. Second, for the 25%, it is 1 plus 0.5 square upon 2. It is equal to 1.125 PC. So it is the PC in bracket 0.5 square upon 4 equal to 0.0625 PC. The saving is 1.125 PC minus 0.625 PC upon 1.125 PC. PC is cancelled. It is equal to 1.0625 upon 1.125 is equal to 0.944 equal to 94.4%. Example number 10. A VSB transmitter that transmits 25% of the other sideband along with the wanted sideband radiates 0.625 kilowatt when the modulation percentage is 60%. How much of the carrier power is required if we want to transmit the same message by an AM transmitter? So PVSB is equal to 0.625 kilowatt and small m is equal to 0.6. Carrier power PC is equal to PVSB into 4 upon 1.25 into m square. So it is 4 upon 125 into 0.6036. So it is 5.56 kilowatt. So we require 5.56 kilowatt to transmit the carrier component along with the existing 0.625 kilowatt for one sideband and 0.375 kilowatt for rest of the sideband. So when the m is equal to 0.6, in total 6.56 kilowatt is required by an AM transmitter. Example number 11. A 400 watt carrier is amplitude modulated to a depth of 100%. Calculate the total power in case of VSB technique. If 20% of the other sideband is transmitted along with the wanted sideband, how much power saving is achieved for VSB compared to AM and DSB-SC? How much power is required compared to SSB if the depth of the modulation is changed to 75%? How much the power is required for transmitting the VSB wave? So here the PC is 400 watt and small m is equal to 1. Total power in VSB is PVSB is equal to PC into m square by 4 plus 0.2 in bracket 1 PC in bracket m square by 4. So it is equal to the by solving it 1.2 400 into 1 by 4 equal to 120 watt. So power saving compared to AM is equal to PAM minus PVSB is equal to 480 watt. So power saving compared to DSB-SC is equal to PDSB-SC minus PVSB is equal to 80 watt. The extra power is compared to SSB, it is equal to PVSB minus PSSB is equal to 20 watt. For the second case, PC is equal to 400 watt and small m is equal to 0.75. So total power in the PVSB is PSB is equal to 1.2 PCM square by 4. So by putting this value of all, we can have it is 67.5 watt. Example number 12. In an FM system, when the audio frequency is 500 Hz and audio frequency voltage is 2.4 volt, the deviation is 4.8 kHz. If the AF voltage, that is the audio frequency voltage, is now increases to 7.2 volt, what is the new deviation? If the AF voltage is further raised to 10 volt while the AF is dropped to 200 Hz, what is the deviation? Deviation means change in the frequency modulated wave. Find the modulation index in each case. Very first we will write FM1 in the case 1 is 500 Hz. For that the VM1 is 2.4 volt and delta F, that's a deviation, is 4.8 kilohertz. So now the KF, that is the sensitivity. Sensitivity means as you are changing the voltage in the FM, the change in the frequency which we observe. So it is del F upon VM1. So it is 2 kilohertz per volt. Therefore the modulation index is equal to del F1 upon FM1. So it is the equation for the frequency modulation. So you can find it by this formula. KF is the sensitivity. It is equal to del F1. What is this? Frequency deviation. Frequency deviation means the change in the frequency. What is in the FM wave? By changing the voltage, there is a change in the frequency. So it is referred to as a sensitivity. Okay. So FM2, if we will take a 500 Hz and VM2 is equal to 7.2 volt, then what is my deviation? DF is equal to KF into VM2. So it is 2, KF is 2. And what is a VM2? It's a 7.2. Fine. So you can find it out. It is 14.4 kilohertz. So what is the modulation index? It's a del f upon fm. So it is 14.4 upon 0.5 equal to 28.8. Similarly, if you will take this value, FM3 is equal to 200 Hertz. So VM2 is equal to 10 volt. Then you can also find out the deviation is equal to sensitivity multiplied by the voltage. So it is the 2 multiplied by 10, 20 kilohertz. So modulation index is del f upon fm. So it is 100. So this way you can also solve the example of the frequency modulation. Bandwidth equation for the frequency modulation is the twice into delta f plus fm. So these are the examples related to the amplitude modulation. Please, everyone has to do this all examples in your book by your own, so that during the exams you can solve it very easily. So thanks a lot everyone.